Okay, welcome everyone to 15 Minutes of Positivity with CIT Clinics. My name is Oli. I'm one of the co-founders of CIT Clinics, and the reason we do these sessions is we realized for many years of providing ketamine and ketamine-assisted psychotherapy to patients struggling with depression, anxiety, PTSD, and other mental health issues, we've realized that at the end of the day, really what helps humans grow and feel better, so the idea of what is well-being over the long run, it has to do with these kinds of things that we practice in these sessions. So they're designed, these practice groups are designed for short, daily, Monday through Friday, 15-minute connection points where we practice foundational skills that constitute well-being. So attention training, mindfulness, gratitude, journaling. These are tried and tested mechanisms that have shown to help us humans feel better when we're struggling with issues like depression or OCD or anxiety. So today's Tuesday, so today is Attention Training Tuesday, and let's start by getting grounded, and then I'll walk you through, I'll explain the practice that we're doing, and then we'll actually do the practice. But we always like to start by just taking a moment and noticing. So I like to close my eyes, notice myself sitting in the chair. If you're sitting on the ground, notice your body in contact with the ground or the chair. And just take a deep breath in and notice yourself right here, right now. Your to-do list is waiting for you at the end of this, so you don't need to worry about it right now. It will be there, trust me, when you're ready to re-engage with it. And your goal for right now, for the next 7 to 8 minutes, is to see if you can just suspend potentially your usual way of engaging with your mind and with your to-do list, and just see if you can just drop into right here, right now. And the best way that I know how to do that is notice the contact of your feet on the ground. Notice the contact of your butt in your chair or on the ground, your back leaning against the chair. See if you can straighten your spine, your shoulders upright. And then just drop into noticing your breath. Your body is breathing for you. Just notice yourself right here, right now. This is all that's going on, is us together, sitting here, breathing, grounding. And then just a brief reminder of why are we doing what we're doing. So the neurohack, or the biohack, if you will, that we're stimulating here is what's called self-directed neuroplasticity. And that's a fancy way of reminding ourselves of the fact that we can use our mind, right? So we can intentionally conjure up thoughts or memories or other mental processes that stimulate changes in our brain. So in order for us to think or feel or experience certain things, it means our brain is being stimulated in a certain way. So things are changing in our brain. And the more we do that, the more we change our mind, the default or the set point with which our mind experiences reality. So the idea is that we can exert a sense of agency in this process, right? This is not just something that happens to us, but it's something that we decide to do intentionally. And that's what these 15-minute sessions, Monday through Fridays at noon, are intended to do. Quick reminder of how this works. So everyone is welcome. We'll practice for 15 minutes. We have a Q&A session for 15 minutes after the group practice. So if you have burning questions about the technique or the practice that we're doing or anything else, just hold on to them, be patient, we'll get to it. Video participation is optional, so if you want to turn your video off, that's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Main The main point is that you participate. Later on, you can submit questions by either raising your hand in the chat or submitting a question in the chat. And when someone else is speaking or requesting advice or some feedback, please no crosstalk, no advice giving. Again, we want this to be safe and welcoming for everyone. And then lastly, this is being recorded right now. So the point of that is for educational purposes, we may take this and turn the practice into a short video that we can put online so others can benefit from it, but never will we use your voice or your image or anything like that without your explicit permission. So please don't worry about that. Okay, so today is Tuesday. So I like to think of today as a Attention Training Tuesday. So what is attention? And there's sort of two elements of attention that I'd like to emphasize. The first one is focus. So focus is, as in this picture, there are other daisies in the picture that I could be focusing on, but I'm choosing, because of the way the picture is set up, I'm choosing to focus on the flower in the middle of my screen. So that's a classic example of focus means attention on an object of my choosing. I'm choosing to focus on this daisy right here, right now. And then the second piece is concentration, means that I'm able to sustain that focus over time. And we'll see in a minute when we do our attention training exercise, concentration is actually a really hard skill, but a very worthwhile skill to cultivate. But it allows us to a sense of agency. We get to choose where we want to focus our attention at any given time over a period of time. So here's how this works. Usually our attention is kind of like this flashlight. It's just shining randomly in a direction, and we feel anxious, depressed, hopeless, stuck, so on and so forth. And the goal is to switch that to say, wait a second, I get to choose where I shine that attention, and then I get to cultivate practicing that concentration piece so that I can access the desired experiences that I want, such as forgiveness, compassion, love, awe, and all the good stuff that ultimately makes being human an amazing experience. So let's get on with it. So here are the instructions. The first step is I'm going to walk you through a process. I'm going to ask you to focus your attention, in this case, on your breath. That stimulates certain parts of your brain. And then what you're going to notice is that you become aware of this aspect of your mind that wanders. It goes to, starts paying attention to your to-do list, other distractions that you might experience. And your goal at that point is simply to notice and then reorient your attention back to focusing on your breath. And then we repeat the cycle. So then we sustain that focus. That's called concentration. And then we kind of go through this loop many times. So right now, go ahead and close your eyes. And notice that your body is breathing. And the way you can notice that your body is breathing is just follow your breath through its entire cycle. So notice how your breath enters your nostrils. It's kind of cool. And then your breath passes through your throat, down your neck. Notice what happens to your shoulders as your body inhales. Your lungs expand, your chest expands, and your belly expands. And then at some point that process stops and you exhale. And your belly contracts, your diaphragm contracts, your chest contracts, your shoulders drop, and you can notice warm air passing through your neck, through your throat, through your nostrils, back out. So this is pretty easy, it's pretty simple, but it's actually quite difficult to do. So the goal right now is I'm going to be quiet for a few minutes. I just want you to see if you can focus on this process of breath entering your nostrils, passing through your body, and then right back out. And notice how there's nothing that you are doing. Notice how your body knows how to do this all on its own. Your only job right now is simply to be aware that this is happening. Just focus on the experience. So noticing your belly, your chest, your shoulders. And what we're training here is our attention, our mind's ability to choose to focus on an object of our attention. In this case, it's the breath. And you're just watching it. And it's totally normal that your mind will wander, start thinking about your to-do list or past memories. If that happens, just bring your attention back to, all right, I'm supposed to be focusing on my breath right now. Let's see if you can do that gently and kindly. Do that for another 30 seconds or so. And notice how stillness, meaning that the absence of me saying anything or talking, changes the dynamic of your attention. And it's neither good nor bad, it's just something to notice. Take a deep breath in. Notice what it's like to fill up your lungs and your diaphragm, and a slow exhale through your mouth. Take another deep breath in, and just observing, just noticing how you're intentionally inhaling and then exhaling all the way. And on this next exhale, go ahead and open your eyes, and then notice yourself inhaling all the way. So as soon as you start seeing stuff, it changes your perception and your attention. And then go ahead and exhale while you're still looking at your screen, looking at other people on the screen. And just notice how in the background, breathing is happening all the time. So this is one of these amazing opportunities to cultivate that skill of attention training, where you can, at any time of the day, you can choose to focus your attention over time, with concentration, on something as simple as your breath. And the more you do that, and the more you're able to hold your attention in a certain place of your choosing, the more it cultivates your ability to focus on other states of mind, such as gratitude or love or kindness or patience or whatever it might be for you that you want to cultivate. So that was our practice. I know we're a little bit over time right now. I just want to put this URL up online. If you have any questions about the practice that we just did, if you are curious about ketamine and how that works and how it affects mental health and so forth, any kind of support that you want or need, go ahead and set up a meeting with me. You can set up a free 15-minute chat. Happy to answer any questions that I can about this process. Now I'm going to also open it up to Q&A.
for the next 15 minutes until about 12:30, and then we'll just wrap it up and reconvene tomorrow, and we'll do another practice, a different one. But I'm going to turn it over to Q&A right now.